Greetings, friends, and welcome to another episode of the Federation's Most Wanted, a Blake 7 podcast. I'm the Preacher 711, and I'm on a mission to seek, locate, and interview fans from across the Blake 7 fanverse on why they still love Blake 7, why was it so cool, and why was it a big part of their lives. And today I'm thrilled to be joined by a Twitter friend, a crafter who made the most, jealousy-ridden item I think I've ever seen when she made an awesome baby Aurak. It's Emma Reid. Emma, welcome.
Hello, I'm delighted to be here. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, it's great to have. It's great to finally, as we were saying before we went on live, it's great to see you and hear you in person.
Yeah. And the listeners won't know that I'm dressed in my silver bake of oil Avon look today.
It's great. So it's great seeing you in that when you put a picture on Twitter today, where you were having a photo done, and I could see that on there, and I was going to ask you, was that it? I couldn't tell from the photo. Oh, it's brilliant. There's been loads of great moments on here where we've had people sort of visual things, and I kind of kick myself that in the next life we'll do video podcasts. I think because loads of people have had really cool stuff to show. But never mind. But are you ready for the questions? We're going to run through.
I am indeed. Yes, raring to go.
Brilliant. So the first one that we always kick off with is how and when did Blake 7 come into your life?
Well, it was January 1978, and I was aged just 6 years old. And what my parents were thinking, letting me watch something like that at the age of 6, I don't know. Now, we're not sure if we ever actually did see the first episode because it actually overlapped with the Royal Institution Christmas lectures on BBC Two, which kind of were an institution in our household watching that. We're, very into science, so we liked watching that. And certainly from rewatching the first episode recently, we had no real memory of it. My memory of the series was it starts on the prison ship, the London, and Avon's there, and so the first episode was kind of a revelation. I think I've seen bits of it on the videotapes that I got in the early 90s, but possibly I maybe just don't remember. Maybe I did see it at the time, but we certainly didn't have a video recorder, so we couldn't have recorded it at that stage. So it was really very much my favourite programme from that stage, and stayed at the top of my favourite programmes list until probably about 1989 when Quantum Leap came along, and I got really, really into that. But Blake 7 always sat there as my number 2 programme all those decades, even though I wasn't really watching it until last year when it came on Forces TV, and my parents and I decided, let's record this and sit down and watch it. And I got absolutely hooked again, and it's gone back up to first place.
Oh, brilliant. And I'll ask a bonus question because of something you've just said, so that isn't on the normal list. But since you said about your age at the time you watched it, and it was sort of similar for me, did you play it in the playground? Were you a Blake 7 player in the school playground?
I think we did, although my friends have just reminded me that we played Battle of the Planets in the playground.
Of course we did. Yeah. But my memory is more of rather than how we played it out. I always just remember the arguments over nobody wanted to be Blake. That's my memory of playing Blake 7 in the playground. It's for some reason Blake was the short straw, and most boys were happier to be Jenna than they were to be Blake. It was my play anecdote. That one.
Yeah, I think I would have been Callie if I was anybody. Yeah.
I might have played Callie once or twice. Anyway, let's move on. So when you think back to the 4 series, which series are you? Which is the one that really resonates with you the most?
I mean, it's obviously a difficult choice, and I probably D is my least favourite, but that doesn't mean I don't like it. It possibly I just watched less of it, and I love A and B, but I think C has got to be my favourite. It's the stage where you've got Avon in charge, and I'm a big fan of him, but he hasn't kind of gone completely off the rails yet. And it's, like you were saying, nobody wanted to be Blake. It's kind of like we've got this annoying Blake character out of the way, and we can have a bit more fun now.
Brilliant. So that leads nicely on to maybe an obvious answer question, but Team Blake or Team Avon? What are you?
Well, apparently, I was talking to my dad recently, and he was saying that I was a big fan of Blake at the time, and I think there may have been some hysterics either when Blake and Jenna left or when Blake got killed or both. But yeah, it was maybe just he seemed sort of the fatherly figure at that stage, but obviously Avon's lines had kind of stuck out to me because rewatching the second episode, I was predicting the lines before he said them, you know. So yeah, and definitely, I'm definitely Team Avon now. Yeah, he's quite magnetic. Your eyes are glued to him in every scene.
Absolutely. I think when I was talking to shout out to Jill from the last podcast when we were chatting beforehand. On that one, and we were talking about the kind of the growth of Avon and how popular he becomes later on. And I think we both reached even from the first episode he's in, he's stealing it. Lots of people say about by series B, Avon starts stealing it. I disagree. I think he was right there, stealing the scenes.
Absolutely, right from the very first scene. Yeah,
absolutely. So, favorite episodes? Got to pick one.
I'll let you have two at push. It's a very I may want more than two. Yeah. Definitely Rumours of Death has got to be way up there. You're getting all of Avon's backstory, and there's a whole feeling of his vulnerability at the beginning when he's been tortured, and then at the end when he's just shot Anna. So I absolutely love that episode, and Anna's outfit. Yeah, one of these days have to make that the sort of asymmetric grey look. Yeah,
as long as the cloak's in there. I think it's better when she's got the cloak on. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
I love her little pocket as well. She keeps her pistol in. I love that little sort of trouser pocket. She's got a gun in down there.
Well, cool. Women love their pockets, as you know. Yes, absolutely. I'm lucky enough that this dress has pockets in it. Mission to Destiny is another favourite. The whole Avon investigating a mystery, and lots of Avon and Callie. And obviously, I love Gambit because that is the one that inspired me to make my baby Orak. All the humour in that one, really love that. And I also really love Aftermath and Power Play, the whole arc there. New characters coming in. Yeah.
Definitely. I always
even though Tarrant's a bit annoying, but never mind.
But Mission to Destiny, that's one that I've got a bit of a soft spot for that one, but sometimes it comes sort of lower down in the polls. But I remember being like absolutely captivated by that one. It's got a sort of a big connection for me, that one.
Yeah.
I think that was the first one where I really realised how cool Avon was. Maybe.
Yeah.
Why, and he's got Sherlock Holmes in it up. It was brilliant.
Exactly, and he's got a really cool outfit in that one as well, with the sort of computer buttons along the front of it. Yeah,
I've never quite figured that one out. That's
it's a bit weird, that, but I like it.
Is it like his iPods? Has he got like a built-in?
It could be, yeah.
iPod kids, it's what we used to listen to music on. There we go. So, like you said already, right? We don't have bad episodes. We just have least favourite. Yeah. So, what's your least favourite episode?
Well, as you were saying, it's so difficult to choose what you don't like, and there's so many good Avon lines in all of them. So I've gone by, my criterion is going to be the ones that scared me and had me hiding behind a cushion. And I'm not just talking about when I was age 6, I'm talking about now. I have a bit of a phobia of webs, spiders' webs. I don't like them. So anything with webs in it. So obviously we've got the web and Harvest of Kairos, which, they're not really up there anyway in terms of most people's favourite episodes. But yeah, I've been hiding behind the cushion. And I know that in Sarcophagus, there's kind of some webby stuff as well, but we'll let it off because it's such a good episode.
A lot of tinsel as well. Tinsel pops up a lot.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So, Liberator or Scorpio? Which is it?
Again, a difficult choice, but I think Scorpio's all right, but it's just a bit more your standard spaceship, whereas Liberator was just completely unique. It was so different and alien. So yeah, I've loved it from the beginning, and I've still got my little corgi model of the
I
Liberator.
know, I saw that on one of your pictures. So
Yeah,
I've only got the later one. I don't know why I'm holding this up because no one can see it, but I've got the later, the little silver one. I haven't got the cool
I'm
white
on the
one
lookout
anymore.
for one of those. Yeah, but
Yeah, I did have a white one
unfortunately,
as a kiddie, but
yeah, I've just recently broken the prongs off the front of
oh
it.
no,
It's
devastating.
lasted all these decades, and now I've broken
Yeah.
it.
Oh God, I remember on that one. I remember as a kiddie, they kind of got bent, so I remember twisting them off.
Yeah.
So it looks a bit sorry now, bless it. But there we go. So
I've
big one
kept
now.
them safely, but I don't know that they'll be able to be glued back on.
Oh, super glue! It can fix Gorilla Glue. It can fix everything.
Yeah.
Travis 1 or Travis 2? What are we saying?
Well, again, a difficult choice, but I thought that Travis 2 was a bit more sort of your pantomime Cockney Travis, whereas Travis 1 just seemed a bit more sinister to me. And I know that I think Jacqueline Pierce thought that Travis 2 was kind of the more decorative, good looking one, but I think that Travis 1 is the better looking one. And now I'm just going to sound like I'm attracted to all the men in black leather. And that's why I was like 7. Oh, that could be. Yeah.
So, shootout at Gouda Prime. Bodies on the floor. Who survived, if anybody, in your opinion?
Well, over the end credits when we watched it recently, I was shouting out, "You don't see Avon die. He's not dead." And then there is the whole theory that Villa was pretending as well, which very much suits his personality. So I would definitely go with that. And I was quite pleased to read that Chris Boucher's idea was that any of them could have come back, and it was just a case of which actors wanted to come back. So I think it's just up to everyone's imagination how they like to imagine it, but definitely Avon is alive.
Definitely, this is so sure of that. He's definitely alive. Yeah, I mean, I think in any version I've played out in my mind, it's always definitely been Villa faked it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was even my original thought or whether one of my children many years ago bullied me into that concept. But I did many years ago. I did a game, like an old 8-bit game that had the episode Blake in it. And after the end credits, my youngest son at the time made me re-show the scene of kind of the massacre, and he made me animate in that Villa, who was laid on the floor, like sits up, looks around, and then lies back down again because he was so convinced that's what would have happened next.
So, that's lovely. Yeah, I love that.
And of course, I don't know if you've read it. There was that sequel book, Vindictus, and that has
Yes, I've enjoyed. I read that. Yeah.
Villa and Tarrant, and I'd never really thought about Tarrant making it, but Stephen Casey, when I spoke to him at Forever Avon, said he was open to the idea of coming back, whereas other times seemingly not. So I don't know what the story is there. But there we go.
Well, I better not say too loudly that I thought Tarrant was annoying then.
But that was the great thing about his character, though, was it wasn't that he was badly acted or badly written. In fact, what made him great was he was annoying because the character was annoying.
Exactly.
That's what I loved, and that's the mark of a great character. Do you hate them? Not because they're badly acted or badly written, because if you met them, they would be damn annoying. And that was definitely. And his perfect hair.
Yeah. The hair is fantastic. Yeah, I love that.
I mean, that surely must have been half the budget on keeping his hair looking immaculate.
Absolutely, yeah.
Between him and Darrow, they were probably fighting over the hairstyle. What's your Blake 7 wish? You can grant a fan wish for us all. Give us one of those things we've all been craving. What would it be?
Well, I'm actually pretty easily pleased, to be honest. I kind of want more of the same of what there's been. So I've only kind of recently discovered the online fandom community, so I haven't been to any conventions or anything like that. So that would be one of my things, is that I would like to meet up with other fans at a convention or something like that. And I've also been really enjoying the Cult Edge annual, and looking forward to the new one coming out, and hoping that there would be future ones, because I really want to try doing some art and writing.
Brilliant.
For those, yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. Well, I'll do spoiler alert and say I've been chatting to Graham from Cult Edge only recently, and he is going to be returning for our adjacent podcast, Our Voice from the Podcast series, and we're just going to be talking about the creation of the books, the annuals, and maybe what he's got coming in the future. So watch this space.
Oh, that's great. I really look forward to hearing that then.
Yeah, looking forward to chatting to him. Okay, we're in some bonus questions. Okay, we don't always get this far, so this is great fun. Right. Favorite minor character? Who little minor character made an impact?
Well, I would have liked to have seen more of Carol, Villa's bit of stuff. Yeah. I thought it would be nice for him to have somebody that he cared about, and it would maybe make him a bit braver if he was looking out for somebody. Yeah, and she seemed to have different aspects to her personality, sort of the harder side and the softer side. So, yeah, I really like that. And not so much an actual character that was in it, but I had heard that Floella Benjamin from Play School had been one of the people that they thought of for the role of Dana. And I would have quite liked to have seen her coming in maybe as a relative of Dana's. I thought that would have been quite fun.
Yeah, definitely. And the answer might be just the same, but with like the Big Finish series, obviously they're doing a lot of bringing back other characters. We had Shrinker come back, Avalon come back, what minor character would you want to make a reappearance in kind of a Big Finish?
I'm not sure, to be honest. Yeah, again, like I said, Carol was interesting. So yeah, I would
She would be a great one. Yeah, do you know what? I hadn't thought of that one before, but definitely, I'm a bit of a Trooper Parr fanboy, so I'm still Big Finish. If you're listening, come on. I want to be up to my boots in mud and lasers. Come on, let's do it. Surely it's made for it. Surely, come on. And last little one for you on this set is we always talk about Star One, Andromedan invasions, and there's this whole backstory about Terry Nation originally wanted Daleks to be the invaders. Would that have worked? Would you have liked that? Would that be something you would have wanted to have seen?
I think I quite like the idea of keeping Blake Seven and Doctor Who separate. I think it's an interesting idea, and I certainly enjoyed watching Doctor Who at that time, and bits of it since then. But the idea of all that being tied together, I would feel like, oh no, now I have to collect everything Doctor Who related now. That's too much.
that is a dangerous rabbit hole. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was only I think I'm going to blame Twitter for my weakness. I think it was only through chatting to some people on Twitter, and everybody was talking about Chris Boucher's Doctor Who work, and the whole thing about the book of Corpse Marker that's got Carnell popping up in it. Yeah, and I was like, I've got to hunt down a copy of that now.
Yeah, so, I just read that at the start of the year. Actually, I enjoyed
what do you think?
Yeah, I thought it was quite good, and I've watched the episodes of Doctor Who recently that it kind of ties into. Yeah.
So that was the thing. I then, because I'm kind of all in. If I'm going to do something, I just kind of have to compulsively do it. So I was like, get the book, buy the DVDs of all the episodes he wrote, and all that.
Yeah,
stuff. Then
and then go into all the Caldor City stuff. Yes.
Again, no one can see it, but that's why I'm pointing up there at that shelf. I then bought all the Caldor City. Yeah. It's terrible,
I haven't got that
it?
far yet, but that's definitely on my list. I've got a list of things in my bullet journal that I'm collecting. So, yeah.
Do you collect all the Big Finish as well?
I've started. I haven't got very far with it yet, but yeah.
Yeah. I did see on one of your posts there your impressive Blake Seven shelf that was looking rather crowded with all the stuff you've got so far.
I'm absolutely delighted that my friend Clary drew me a Cervelan. That really made my day. So I've got that framed.
So what's next on the building projects you've got? Because like you say, you've got your glorious outfit you've got on today. You've got your baby Aurak.
Yeah.
What else is in the pipeline for Blake 7? Or what else have you done that I might not know about?
I haven't finished the Jenna blouse yet with the petals round it because it kind of went a bit haywire. They weren't fitting around the neck properly. So I need to finish that, figure out how to make it work. And I've got a couple of doll making projects. I've bought a couple of Monster High dolls that I'm going to modify. So we'll see what they turn into.
Oh, fantastic. When's this stuff going to get mass produced, mate? That's what I need to know. When's the baby Aurak production line?
I'm absolutely terrible at the idea of mass production of anything.
Maybe like just for a select few friends.
Yeah. The fun of making something once and then I'm on to the next big idea.
Oh, I think you should subcontract this stuff.
The wonders of the neurodivergent brain. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks ever so much for coming on and chatting to me again, Emma. And I hope, the door's always open to come back and do another one. So hopefully you'll be back on here again in the future. Thanks everybody for listening. Do like, follow, subscribe. I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.